Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of slope-intercept form. This is standard 7.7a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 7 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So there's two ways to solve this problem. I'm going to show you kind of the long way first for you to see what you can do if you don't recognize this as a slope-intercept form, because that's going to make it really quick. But let's just read this. It says a bowling alley charges $6.50 per game. Okay, so, and I'm look at all of my answer selections have 1, 3, and 5 games. Okay, so let's just kind of make a little table here. Okay, so my games, right? And then the money, right? So one game is going to be $6.50. 2 games, right? $13. 3 games is going to be $19.50. I'm just adding $6.50 each time. 4 is going to be $26. And then 5 is going to be $32.50. And really, I use that $6.50 each time. I'm really just looking at these 3 right here. Okay. The 1, the 3, and the 5. And if I scroll down to the very bottom, we'll see that. That's what D gives me, $6.50, $19.50, $32.50. But I haven't finished reading the problem yet. The problem says it's $6.50 per game, and then $4 for shoe rental. So I've got to get my shoes, so I need to add, right, $4 for each of these. So let's add $4 for each of these. And that's going to get me my cost. And I'm just going to do my C cost. I'll just do my 1, 3, and 5. So I've got $10.50. I've got my $23.50. And then I've got my $36.50. All right, so those are my 3 costs, and I can just kind of highlight those real quick. And as you see here, right, if you just work it out that way using the problem itself, you can see I've got my answer sitting right there at B. Now, what's the quicker way to solve this? Well, if you recognize this as $6.50 per game, that should make you think unit rate. What do we have in our unit rate? Look at that slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. That could have made this a lot simpler. Still would have gotten us the same answer. Right, so y equals mx plus b. Okay, so in this case, right, our y, our dependent variable, that's going to be our c. And this m is the unit rate. It's the slope. Well, they gave us the unit rate right there, 650. 650. Our independent variable is how many games they're playing, 1, 3, or 5. 650g plus that b, remember, is a constant. It's the y-intercept. What's the starting cost? And they give us the starting cost. It's $4. It costs $4 just to get there, unless you bring your own shoes. So what I could have done here is then substitute in for this g, 1, 3, or 5. And so if I did 1, it'd be 650 times 1 plus 4, and that's going to get me this 1050 right there. I could have substituted in that 3 for 3 games, 650 times 3 plus the $4 for the shoes. That's my constant, or my y-intercept. That's going to give me your 2350, right? So that's going to be your 1950 plus 4. And then finally, you could have done C equals that 650 times 5 plus 4. And that would have gotten you that 3250 plus 4, and that's that 3650. So that's another faster way to do it if you recognize this as your slope-intercept form, but you can also just work it out on the table. So my answer here is going to be B.